Now, more than 62,000 Kenyans have been displaced by the ongoing floods and are currently living in various camps for the internally displaced across the country. Data from the Ministry of Interior and National Administration shows that there are more than 138 camps for the internally displaced persons, with more evacuations expected as the rains continue to intensify. And as Mary Muoki now reports, Nairobi and Tana River counties are leading with the highest number of camps at 35 and 30 respectively, painting a picture of a country grappling with the devastating effects of heavy rains and flooding that has left hundreds dead and millions lost in damaged infrastructure.
This open field in Adele in Madogo, Tana River County is a beehive of activity. The women here are hard at work, a race against time to put up enough shelters to shield their families from the elements. A cut here, an attack there. Everyone going at their tasks with single-minded focus. This camp is currently hosting 500 persons who are forced to flee from their homes 10 days ago. For each of those days, they have spent their nights under the open skies, braving the cold and the torrential rains in this IDP camp.
Tumeletwa na maji hapa. Makao yote tumeiacha, tumesombwa na maji. Tumeleta uhai yetu hapa. Tunaomba usaidizi wakubwa, serikali mtutambue, tuko hapa leo siku ya 10, hatujaona mtu yote kutuletea msaada, tunataka msaada.
Tafadhali tunaomba tusaidiwe. Haswa sisi kwa hii kambi kuna shida ya choo, chakula, maji.
The affected persons are blaming the government for leaving them to their own devices with no food or proper shelter. They say they heeded the government's warning to move to higher and safer grounds to avoid getting swept away by flood waters, but the government has seemingly forgotten them after they got out of harm's way.
Sasa hivi tumehamia, tumetengeza hivi vibanda vidogo. Vitu vyetu vya muhimu vingine vimesombwa. Vingine tumetumia kuweka kwa majirani. Na hususan jana usiku mvua ilituwai, hatuna hema ya kutustiri, hatuna vyandarua.
On the shores of Lake Victoria, we found a similar script. Diana Osano's household is among the 500 households camping at Osodo Camp for the internally displaced. She is here with her husband and 7 children, and placing a meal on the table for her family is her greatest worry for now. This small community, whose fates are conjoined by the floods tragedy, fled their homes after River Miriu broke its banks and swept away their homes. For the time they have been here, they said the government has not supported them in any way, and they rely on well-wishers for the most basic of their needs.
Tuko na watoto tunaita adolescent. Sasa unaishi kwa darasa moja na watoto wakubwa. Ya pili ni chakula. Tuna njaa. Tuko na mpaka under 5 wenye wanahitaji malisho bora, lakini hawapati. Ya tatu ni insecurity. Hapa hivi hatupati nini vizuri juu sasa watu wanatoka kutoka nje, wanaweza kuja kutuvamia juu hakuna hata mwangaza yote hapa, tuko na giza.
Of late, the frequency with which people are forced to leave their homes has increased. Of course, these are manifestations of climate change. It is a global phenomenon, and we now have to take measures to adapt.
In Nakuru County, victims of the Mai Mahiu tragedy are still camped at Ngaya Secondary School, adding to the increasing numbers of those displaced from their homes. The victims, who are all under full government support, are however worried they will be homeless once schools reopen, and are calling for the national and county governments to resettle them.
Sasa serikali sasa inatusaidia juu na watu wengine wanakuwa wamelala chini hana manyumba, lakini tuko hapa kwa shule hii ya Ngaya Secondary School. Sasa tuko hapa na ukiangalia upande ile kuna mavazi watu wameletewa, chakula iko upande ile.
The government says there are 138 camps across 18 counties hosting people displaced by floods, with over 62,061 persons from 14,771 households currently being supported with food and non-food essentials. Nairobi County has borne the brunt of the floods and has the highest number of camps. The city has 35 camps hosting over 8,000 people, followed closely by Tana River County with 30 IDP IDP camps and 5,158 displaced persons. Kisumu County has 16 camps and 6,155 flood victims. Garissa County leads with the highest number of displaced persons, with over 21,597 people spread across 11 IDP camps. Busia County is also among those grappling with the effects of the heavy rainfall pounding the country and has 8,195 persons distributed across 10 camps. County security committees are continuously monitoring the situation to ensure shelter points for all the affected persons. Mary Muoki, Citizen TV.